I'm having a lot of technological issues. So again, this is Social Lubrication, where we talk about sex, relationships, dating, all of that good shit. My friend Melissa had a medical emergency, so she had to cancel. She'll be on next week, but my friend Isobela has agreed to pop on and chat with me for a little bit. So I'm going to invite her to this chat. While I figure that out, she has been an amazing supporter. She's made my logo. She just ordered me stickers. I have an OnlyFans account set up. There's no nudes. It's literally just to support the show. I'm going to be releasing some extra episodes on there. There's going to be some merch up for grabs. If you guys subscribe, it's $5 a month. All of the proceeds are going back to the show, and what does not go to the show is going to end the backlog. If you don't know what that is, it is a charity that raises money to test untested rape kits, which I think is very important. So if you want to do that, the OnlyFans page is onlyfans.com/social lubrication, $5 a month. Let's see if I can get Isobela on here for once. Oh, I probably should have tested this out earlier, but I'm fucking dumb, so I didn't. Okay. Ooh. So yeah, I have guests booked out until October right now, which is super exciting. I'm super excited that so many people have messaged me willing to open up about their personal lives with some of these people I've never met in my life. So like a complete stranger. It's pretty fucking rad. I will link the link on the OnlyFans, or the OnlyFans link on the page. Oh God, guys, I am sweating. It is so fucking hot in my bedroom right now. You can try to add yourself. Izzy, where are you? Alright, I'm gonna have to cut like half this shit out. I need my fan on, but that's gonna ruin the sound quality, so I don't want to fucking do that either. Oh my God. It is so humid in here. How is your summer going? How's quarantine treating you? I sent her a request, so hopefully she got that. Oh my God, I'm so fucking hot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, shit. I don't think it's gonna fucking work. It's hotter than Satan's armpit down here. Okay, so I don't know if she's gonna be able to pop on. It seems like she's having some issues. Where are you, darling? Whew. Hold on. Sorry, I was texting her to see if she was figuring it out. She's on her tablet right now, so I don't know if that's the issue. I usually use my phone. But we'll see how it fucking goes. I just texted her. Sorry, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. I need like a producer. Who wants to produce this shit? Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Do I have anybody on here who's good at like this shit? Because I am not at all. I'm just gonna bullshit until she pops on. Okay, here's her invite. I'm approving. Oh my God, it worked.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
Okay.
now. Yeah,
Fucking
weird.
God. What the hell?
I know,
Okay.
right? Some people's technology, right?
It's probably fucking me because I'm terrible with technology. I need like a producer or something.
I
Anyway,
only do branding.
this is Isabella. She has the one who made the logo. She's making stickers. She's an amazing human being. She agreed to pop on here because Melissa had to cancel. So, welcome. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, well, I mean, most people know I'm Isabella. Originally from Kansas, so Lawrence, around Kansas City area. Just moved to the Twin Cities about a year ago. 31. Don't know what else to say.
31, dirty
Yeah,
30s. Oh my
thanks
God.
for reminding me.
You can't even tell.
No, most people, because for some reason, think I'm still 16.
Yeah, same. Same. Every line they card me.
Oh, mine's like interstate
Okay,
trip.
so, right. All right, so you said you're from Kansas.
hmm
And why don't you tell us your kind of story? Like you are a trans woman.
Yep.
When did you come out?
I actually came out. Oh, and now I have to remember the time period. Is it like 2017 is kind of where I started medically transitioning, but I actually didn't come out until it was already noticeable and people were just like asking questions. And my job even set me aside and actually like let me go because of it. So it was just kind of
Are
a,
you serious?
yeah, yeah.
What was their excuse for that shit?
Well, I was actually an activities director and kind of like helping with marketing and everything. So they just
Mhm.
wanted like a poster child who wasn't trans, and so it was just kind of a an issue there. And yeah,
What
lots of
the
things happened in that time period too. So I didn't really fight it. Just
right?
kind of just let it go and upped and moved here.
Oh my God. So when you like what was your high school?
Flip this around, maybe I'll help. Oh, now I'm upside down. Weird. Um, the camera's like on the bottom, so it's kind of weird, but we're gonna go with it. For high school, like honestly, I didn't even date during high school because I had no idea what to do or where to go from it. Um, yeah, just like, well, who do I like? And so I never
Right.
really knew where to explore. I really never knew what was comfortable with me or like really what my gender identity was because it was like really closed off when I was in elementary school.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just didn't even try to date? Like were you not interested in anybody? Did you know like, hey, I'm attracted to females? Like
I mean, yes and no. It was just like I had the interest, but at the same time, it's just like I just I don't know if I really should. Is this right? Is it wrong?
right.
So I did have some interest in women. It's like especially some of our foreign exchange students were really cute. But
They're always cutest.
I know for some reason I like and they spoke German. It's like
You're like, dang.
right.
Yeah, of course. So you grew up in Kansas. Was that like part of the reason, do you think? Is like it was super conservative down there?
It really was. And the funny thing was like Lawrence is actually very liberal, but I was in a like a school just north of there that was very conservative and rural and part of the area. So anyway, like in that moment, like especially in elementary school, when I was just trying to express myself in schools, my teachers kind of would set aside with my parents, who at the time were kind of actually okay with that. Even my grandma, who's my hugest role model, really was that person who was always there for me.
Right.
And so once they had the discussions with my teachers, things started closing off, and I was pushed into the cultural normative of male. And it was just kind of really set me back a lot of
Yeah.
ways, like socially, emotionally. Kind of just didn't really know what to do. I kind of felt like I lost a lot of my identity and personality in that process.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I know when we were talking, you had said something, I had asked you about it. And I was like, it says that you're intersex. And I had to ask because, like, I had heard the term before, but had no idea what it fucking meant. So I, like, sat there and, like, Googled it.
Yeah, it's really interesting because like intersex has just kind of been around for a long time. For me, it's kind of more chromosomal, so they actually call it
Yeah.
47XXY. Just means I actually have an extra X chromosome on me, and it kind of just did actually affect me growing up. So I actually did have slight breast development. My Adam's apple never dropped, so it's like way up here.
Right. Yeah.
I later found out later in life that I was infertile. And so it was just all these things really tied in, and I just had no idea what was going on. So when that time came, I just did a genetics test and like proved that, hey, I actually was intersex. It doesn't necessarily with my condition mean I have two parts. I was born AMAB, which means the doctors, when they pulled me out, they're like, oh, it's a boy. So it means assigned male at birth. So if you're like rolling on Tinder and you see AFAB or AMAB, it just means like she was assigned female at birth and they were assigned
Right.
male at birth. It doesn't mean that they identify at those sexes. It just means that's what the doctor pulled you out and
Right.
said, here you go, it's a girl, or here you go, it's a boy.
Right. I feel like a
Yeah,
lot of people just don't know what it means. And
right.
they get confused and then they get like intimidated because they don't know correct terms.
Right. And this is your moment. Now you know. It's
Now
just,
you can
yeah,
educate people. Because, like, I
it's
know a lot of
nothing
people are like, what's the
fancy.
difference between trans man and trans woman? And, like, I don't know. Like, what do I ask? I'm like, all you have to ask is literally, what do they identify as? That's it.
Yeah, honestly, one of the best ways is just ask, hey, what are your pronouns? Mine are she, her, they, them, whatever. I know with me, I do she, her. And for people who do struggle to accept the she, her, I also accept they, them. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
something that I hear very often, but occasionally, like with my mom, she starts using the they, them. And, it's better than hearing he, him. That will really set off like
Yeah.
dysphoria. Like, no, 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 that's not okay. Um, she, her, they,
Right.
them's fine. So it's usually just
Yeah.
kind of a nice little introduction. If you're meeting someone, just say, hey,
Mm-hmm.
what are your pronouns? Say your pronouns and just, things
Yeah.
can go that way. You don't have to ask identity or anything. It's kind of a cool,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. People get super intimidated by it. They're like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't want to offend somebody. I'm like, all you have to do is ask. They're not going to kill you for asking.
Right. My whole life is about people asking and it's like, well, I mean, most people actually kind of think I blend in a little bit, but
Right, right, right,
like,
right.
right. But like sometimes someone has to ask and it's like, it's okay. It really is okay. We're past those times now. It's like, please ask.
Yes, ask. That's all you fucking have to do. So, when we were talking, you were talking about how you used to work in a nursing home.
Yes.
Do you want to tell me about
Yeah, so I was actually the activities director there. So my main role was to really build social connections and, take them all for outings, do bingo, all these fun stuff. But there was also some things on the side that, you only bring up in morning meeting with all the other directors and stuff. But it was just like, hey, such and such needs just a moment where they can like sexually decompress and it's like, yeah, let's get that set up. So you just kind of like set things up. And that's really cool because CNAs, nurses, and all, they're like all over this shit. They're like, my God, who wouldn't do this? Like, this is amazing. And occasionally you have to go and try to get some sex toys for some of these people, and they do use it. And it's really great because it's like, it doesn't matter how old you are, you still have needs. And it's
that?
like,
Right,
nothing
right.
wrong with that.
Dude, I'm gonna be fucking when I'm 90. I don't give a shit. Like,
Right. I've had residents who have disabilities who use them, and it was just, they really like enjoyed their time. Sometimes it was awkward because some had roommates, and, just like, and then you have to sit down and talk with the one who didn't have one. It's like, well, it's life. Unfortunately, maybe we can see about setting up some time. Maybe if you go down to bingo and they don't, you'll never know. Or maybe let's go on an outing. Like if this is happening, just come to my office. Let's go on a drive or something. It
Right.
doesn't have, you guys can coexist. It's just, a lot of those younger ones have to figure out how to do it. So it's just like, why not you?
Oh, that's funny.
Right.
Oh, what I'm trying to remember what else we were talking about. Oh, you said that you were married for 3 years.
Yes, I actually was married.
To a female?
It was a female. Her name was Catherine. And yeah, and it was just kind of a weird thing because we were pushed into this through a lot of religious and conservative means.
Mm-hmm.
And it never entered right, and it definitely didn't exit right because we were very monogamous at the time in Kansas. Like poly is still fairly new.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't even talked about um, in a very positive way when I was married. So like when these all things happened, I was just basically like I had this note that she had just left and went off to Texas, and then that was it. Found out later she was cheating on me, and I had to go through like the whole divorce process. Financially, kind of sucked, but it was
Right.
just kind of a weird time, a weird moment. And
Yeah.
those things is like later on, I felt good about it because I was able to come out as my true self.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I started experimenting. It's like this is exactly how I wanted things to be when I was little. And
Mm-hmm.
now I'm back into this and I feel more comfortable being who I am. And so, about a year after that, I had my name, which one was chosen, and the rest I just picked out because, why not?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not every day you can pick your own name. How cool is
Right.
that? But, and then I decided to medically transition, and, it's just like one of the greatest moments in my life is, I had to like hurt a little bit to
Mm-hmm.
heal. So that was kind of like a really good moment. Some days I still wish it didn't happen, some days I don't. It's just kind of
Right.
like one of those mixed bags of nuts.
Yeah, I can even
Yeah.
imagine. So you started medically transitioning, what you said, like 2, 3 years ago?
Yeah, about 3 years ago. It's kind of weird trying to like take a moment to like, when did I do that? Is it 2017, 2018? I don't remember. I know it was February 9th. That's all I remember. I just don't remember the year anymore. It's like everything blurs.
So, like, for people that are watching that are
Mhm.
trans, how does that process go? Like, do you want to explain
Usually,
that a little?
yeah, it's going to depend on the different areas. In Kansas, it was best to start out with therapy. So the therapist will give a note to your doctor, and the doctor will start the hormones. And I had like this really great therapist who's actually from Minneapolis, which is really dope. Um, but she walked me through it, and she's like, any moment you feel comfortable, I'll write the letter and we'll send it over to your doctor, and they will prescribe you the hormones, and things will get started from there. But it's your choice. You'll decide when to go. I know in some places you can do it just asking the doctor, and I can't remember the term. I think they do it in the Twin Cities, um, where you can bypass the therapy and then get the hormones. I personally recommend the therapy just because, like, the things that are going on with you are just
Mm-hmm.
dysphoria, and it's just like you're trying to figure out your own self. Therapy really helps put things to words and kind of helps you communicate better to your needs. Like, um, I think one moment I was feeling very dysphoric because I had like broad shoulders. It's kind of a weird
Yeah.
thing. And it's like, and the doctor or my therapist like had to stop. It's like, like in shoot about maybe a year and a half, if we continue on this, your muscle mass will decrease and those will actually slender down just a little bit. It's hard to tell, but it is a waiting game. And it's just nice to have someone to coach you along and talk to you about even those weird, silly things. I know, like right now, I have like so much dysphoria around like my brow because it just sticks out, and I
Dude,
hate it.
look at my eyebrows.
Right. Well, it's not eyebrows. This is like bone that accumulates here. And I'm like, should I get them shaved? Should I not? Is that like, I don't know. But, therapy can kind of like take you a
Mhm.
step back. It's like, well, why do you really want to do that? Is it really that important? Of course, they will support you in the end, but at the same time,
Mhm.
they also help you see like a clearer picture of what's going on. And that's really what I recommend doing. A lot of them do like a lot of things change, like hair removal, breast, bottom surgery, or vice versa. If you're trans male or trans female, you're gonna have either one of those. Um, but like you have to have letters from those therapists who say, hey,
Right.
this person is transitioning, they've been transitioning, and then you turn those letters into those doctors. So and at some point it is necessary to have, because those things are still required, but to like medically
Right.
transition
So
is
like, do
still.
does your insurance covers
I
or does
you
it
know
not?
I don't know in some ways. Like I am going through the process of bottom surgery right now, and
Hmm.
so like I'm not even at the point to try to fight for my insurance to cover it. So right now I don't even know if they will or not. I still have like many steps to go. Like I
Yeah.
have to go drive, drop my pants so they can see what's going on down there, and then put them back up, drive back. So it's like this pointless trip. I still have to get like my letters and all that. So it's just like I still have maybe 6 months before I can even start on the first step, before I can even get to like maybe 3 more months when I can actually fight for my insurance and get that covered. So it's a daunting process, really.
Like people don't realize how emotionally destructive it is to have to identify as somebody you're not. Do you ever watch the show Queer Eye?
I have not.
It is so fucking
Apologize.
good. They did this episode where they make over, like, it started off as just like straight men, and then they slowly started doing everybody else. And then
Right,
they did a trans man, and he ended up getting the bottoms or the top surgery, and just like the
right.
reaction
Oh, cool.
after, he was like bawling and I'm crying. I'm like, oh my god. I was like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in
Right.
my life.
Yeah, it's because many people who they just wait their whole life for those things. And like for
Yeah.
me, it's like, it's like I wish it could just happen in a blink of an eye. It doesn't always occur like that. And just like I wish it did. So
Right.
yeah, I can definitely see some emotional, like some days I cry. I just wish I had it. It's like,
Yeah, I understand.
please,
Yeah.
please make things more streamlined.
Yeah.
I just finished my beer, trying to get this whole thing finished. Just that much anxiety alone, just trying to get this video up and running.
Dude, I had so much wine before I came. Oh my god. Whew.
Right.
Whew. Yeah. So, God, what else was I had like so many questions written down like 30 minutes ago, and then I fucking
It
forgot them all.
really was quick. Like I got
I was like,
makeup on in 15 minutes. It's
I was
like,
like, shit,
oh,
Melissa, cancel.
right.
Can you come on?
I was like rolling like foundation on. I was like, what did I just do?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm probably gonna cut this off short, but God, there was something else I really wanted to fucking ask you, and I can't remember what it was. Shit.
I'm
I'm
going
losing
through
it.
the comments, and if there's any questions, I think someone
Yeah.
was like, but where in the transition process are you? So I'm trying to figure that out. Ideally, 3 years into my medical transition, meaning I started hormones about 3 years ago. So lots of things are changing, body's changing. Because I was intersexed and I had already had some pre-breast development, those are really fucking taking off right now. It's like crazy. I love it. means I don't have to pay money for top surgery.
You're like, look at my
Um,
tits, guys.
right. Some can get a little jealous, but it's okay. They're not, yeah, they're not perfect. They are what they are. But I'm trying right now to work my way into bottom surgery, which is going to be maybe a year or more, especially with COVID going on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so hopefully my dream will come true and I will be complete. I'm already complete. I'm always complete. I am
You're a
just
fucking badass.
matching my brain to the body, to the vehicle. I'm driving, just not the right car.
Mm-hmm.
You probably keep going on and on and on about that.
What advice would you give to somebody who is struggling with coming out?
Oh gosh, take your time. I mean, that's kind of the weird thing to say. It's kind of the same advice I give with any sort of mental issue. Um, go on your time frame. That's the most important thing. Um, it's for me, it took forever. My first person I came out to was a stranger at work that I just met maybe like 6 months ago, and we became solid friends, like soul sisters almost. And then like I all of a sudden I had the support again, and I was able to kind of work my way and slowly come out. And I think the first people I really came out were actually my staff, and they were very welcoming. I even added more, so it's just baby steps, honestly. And that
Mm-hmm.
first initial thing, coming out and exploring and questioning, um, is really just go on your time frame. Maybe find the person that you are very, very comfortable with, or even a stranger. Like the LGBT community is very large and very, you can actually a complete stranger to even just kind of kickstart coming out, which is really great these days. Like, I'm always here. You're happy to message me if you need any help. Like, hey, I'm questioning, or I'm at this point where I don't know. It's okay. It really is. I know it's stupid and silly to hear that because we want to hear sunshines, rainbows, and we're okay.
Mm-hmm.
But broken people are talking to broken people, and it's perfectly fine to not be okay. So baby steps is always the first thing to do. And then start building like a good network and social from there, and it'll just kind of grow and grow, and it'll be like a little snowball rolling down the hill, and it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's like one day you'll wake up and you are you.
Oh, I
It's going to
remember
take a
now.
lot.
Polly, how is dating?
Oh my gosh, I've had the worst experience with poly. Apparently, it wasn't the best poly experience. Like, totally not ENM, which is ethical monogamy. But it's just like my experience was just straight up hookups. And I remember one of my dates said to me right next to me, I'm like cuddling, like this is great. And they're like, and I was gonna want to talk like an emotional issue, and she stopped and she's like, no, you save that for your main partner. And I'm like, I don't have one. What the fuck? And then it just became this continuous thing. Everyone said it. It's like, well, I thought this was like to get an emotional connection, but really all I'm doing is sleeping with these people, and just like, yeah, kind of like went off the chains and from there. I'm probably not even going to say it, but yeah. Yeah, so it wasn't the
Oh
best
my.
experience. Even after reading The Ethical Slut, which is a really great book, and people should read that. But yeah, I just haven't had the best experience. So like right now, like in my dating style, it's just to date and see where it goes from there. Um, Always open to poly if I can do it right,
Mm-hmm.
or just monogamy. It's really just I want to form to somebody emotionally first, and then kind of
Yeah.
go from there. Just your usual steps.
Yeah. Dating
Yeah,
is
so
hard
which,
enough as it is. Like,
right.
I haven't had luck either, so don't feel bad. Oh my God.
Right.
Ah, Jesus. Terrible experiences. Tinder is just a weird fucking place.
Yeah, it is. Tinder, okay, Cupid, her. It's just like, where do you go? What do you do? What's safe? And then I have my variables. It's like you have your COVID now. And then it's
Yeah.
like, well, I'm trans and I'm lesbian. So it's like, no one realizes how big of a hurdle that is.
Yeah.
Like, so you kind of
Right.
get written off a lot more than you'd think you would. And yeah, it's so fun.
Okay.
I
So
made a lot of good friends.
someone commented, any bomb advice for a parent figure to a misgendered teen?
A bomb advice, like kick
Bomb advice.
ass
Some
or
kids.
just
Right.
ruin. Yeah, for like let's see, a misgendered teen. Oh, I just read that comment. Trying to like make a little more sense of it. Um, Honestly, if they're misgendered, they're probably hurting a lot. And I'd kind of start out like you would if your friend's hurting or your child's hurting, to kind of just start out with that, kind of see what's going on. But I I'd really definitely start connecting with resources like maybe a school counselor or something. See about maybe getting some more education in that area, because being misgendered is like fucking not okay. You want to be respected, you want to be who you really are. So that's actually really great advice. I actually would love to do a little bit more research and maybe see if I can get your name and kind of get back with you, because I do feel that's a very valid question. And I don't want you to get missed out, or have or this misgendered teen kind of get missed out in this mix. So I definitely would love to think about it just a little bit more. Maybe I'll throw it up in the comments later and kind of see where we can go from there. But kind of like struggling on top of my head. I never really thought about it as like a teenager, because like I was suppressed and I wanted to be, but it was just like I kind of just sucked it up and dealt with it.
Right. Like as a
Yeah.
mom, if Trent were to come to me and say, "Mom, I think I'm a woman," I would be like, "That's fine." Like I don't know, but that's just
Right.
me. So I don't. I would just
What do
be
you
like,
want? What do you want me to call you? What's your
right. What? Just
pronouns?
ask.
Yeah.
Be like, "Okay, that's fine. Let's take you shopping. Do you want to go get some clothes? Like,
Right.
what do you want to
That'd be
do?
awesome.
I'll teach you how to do
Yeah.
your makeup." Like, just be as supportive as you
Oh,
can.
what a lucky kid. Like if he ever does do that, like you're like an amazing makeup artist. I had to learn from myself, YouTube videos and Pinterest. Of course,
Okay,
I think that's what most people do.
another question. Is it hard as a trans woman to find dates that aren't afraid or turned off of a trans person?
Totally hard.
Or that
So
don't fetishize it?
honestly, like I did experiments with men and they do fetishize you like crazy, and I hate it. If I ever heard like drop to your knees and they slap you with their dick in your face, I was like gonna go full on psycho bitch and kill someone. So like honestly, I quit. Like that wasn't for me, and I was really turned off by it. But like like I started identifying more as a female, or not female, but a lesbian. Weird. Back in February, and that's where I started looking. I did have like a really good date with someone who actually did understand that, but for the most part, it is really difficult. Like you can tell that how quickly you get written off, or how quickly you get pushed into the friend zone. So it is very hard. Um, it's just kind of some days you just press on, but you're your friends. They're having all these dates, like video chats and stuff, and I'm like, well, it's been like 2 weeks, and no one's really talked to me. I've been on swiping, and like I'm tired of swiping. This is so stupid. Hobbies. This is really all you can do. Make stickers and learn a different language.
Oh my God.
I'm serious.
Okay, well, thank you for coming on last minute.
Thank you for having me. It's like
Do you
such a
want to plug
short
your
notice.
stuff?
Do I what?
Plug your stuff.
Plug my
Your
stuff.
Instagram, your sticker stuff.
Oh,
your
Heck
art.
yeah, definitely. So my store's not open yet. It's getting really, really close. I've been building up my inventory, but I do make some wonderful kick-ass stickers. You can find me at www, three W's, dot kinspeckle.art. So it'd be K. I can throw that up in the bottom
Yeah,
later.
comment it.
Um, Instagram's starting to take off wildly. It's amazing. I have a very strong Scottish heritage, so my store is very kind of like Scott has a nice, good Scottish flair to it. But you can also find your local Minnesota stickers there too. Eventually, there'll be mini prints, maybe some T-shirts and stuff like that. So a lot of fun things coming down the pipeline, but one step at a time. You guys can follow me there. It's amazing. I worked really hard on my website.
Yeah, you're great.
Thanks.
You designed my stickers and they're fucking awesome.
That's right. Yeah. First track record. I designed social lubrications, logos, stickers, and Brianna's brand. You can see Brianna's beautiful face all over Instagram and whatever she puts it on.
I was so fucking happy.
Right. Yep. I mean, I've designed my own brand. I've done stuff for Groon, and I can't even remember at this point. So, really fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I will probably be texting you once we log off anyway. So.
Yay.
All right. I will talk to you later. Thanks for joining, guys.
Yeah, totally. Thanks for being patient with me. Try to figure a little button out on the bottom.
Oh my God. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.